Hey friends, today I want to go over a topic of controversial topic when it comes to fear of public speaking. In what I'm seeing a lot on Google search now when you're typing up fears of public speaking, and there are a lot of sponsorships now coming on for beta blockers, which is a drug, and now they're touting it, and it's an old drug, but they're touting it now to get over your fear of public speaking. And does it really help you? Well, the short answer is no, and the long-term answer is no, and I'm going to explain why beta blockers do not work. They don't even touch the phobia of public speaking or the fear response. Why? Because it's an anxiety, right? So it's a psychological anxiety. It's a social phobia. Glossophobia is an anxiety of public speaking. It's a phobia of public speaking. Can a drug overcome a phobia? Absolutely not. Now, what does it impact? It only impacts one of the many subsymptoms of public speaking, which is it takes the edge off the pounding heart. But the pounding heart is just one of the small little things that we get. Because when we're thinking about public speaking and we're sitting in that room and we start getting anxious and the worry mind and the dizzy spells, it doesn't help with any of that. As a matter of fact, it makes you even more dizzy. So, what are the benefits of taking a beta blocker for public speaking? It's a really quick, short term hit towards the pounding heart. But all the other symptoms leading up to getting on stage or presenting or interview panel, it doesn't help with the psychological parts of that. And that's the anxiety part. As a matter of fact, there are actually side effects that actually make it counterintuitive to use it for public speaking because it makes you more lightheaded, it makes you dizzy, and it gives you brain freeze and brain fogs. Who wants that when you're public speaking or if you're about to go and do a interview panel where you have to think quickly when they ask you questions? Well, imagine having brain freeze. So just to let you know, I'm not a doctor. I am a public speaking phobia expert, but I have a lot of experience with beta blockers. I used to actually take them myself, and I realized they just didn't help. And actually, I would say probably 8 out of every 10 of my clients that I work with have tried them before, and it didn't work for them. And that's why they came to me. They're like, I took beta blockers, it didn't do anything. Did it help with my pounding heart? Maybe a little bit, but it was still pounding. And I'll tell you why it's still going to pound. It's not going to stop it because whenever you do public speak, we automatically get this little shot of adrenaline. And for that adrenaline to go through our system, our heart elevates about 10 to 20 beats per minute for about 30 seconds to about a minute. And you can't stop that from happening. Now, what do the beta blockers do? They help the pound of the heart, the feeling of the pound of the heart, but you're still going to get that pounding heart. So it doesn't even really help with that either, which also triggers then the anxious brain. You're like, oh my God, why is my heart pounding? Why is this happening to me? So the whole psychological part is not impacted at all. It only impacts one of the psychological, or sorry, I say physiological aspects, which is the deep pounding heart, but you're still going to feel the pounding heart as that adrenaline goes through your body. Now, I'm going to actually pivot over to a website because I'm not a doctor, so I'm just going to go over e-medicine. Hey, Bob here. If this video is hitting home, don't just stop here. Go take my free public speaking fear quiz to get your personal fear score and instantly watch my 15-minute workshop. You'll learn why traditional tips and tricks fail and how I've helped over 700 coaching clients and well over 1,500 online course professionals speak fearlessly in just 21 days with a 99.2 success rate. There's no fluff, no sales pitch, just the fix. So just click the link below in the description to get started. Thank you so much. So first, I'm looking at, I typed in overcoming your fear of public speaking. And of course, here's my website, which is all about cognitive behavioral therapy, and I have online courses like that. And right here, you can see, I'm not going to say their name, but you can see here, and there are others like this that they're actually saying, hey, take propanol for public speaking without fear. It's just it's snake oil. That's all it is, and that's all I can say. It's snake oil. It doesn't work for it at all. But let's just go, because I'm not a doctor. Let's just go over long-term side effects of beta blockers, right? And what are they for? Well, they're not even for anxiety or public speaking. They're for blood pressure, abnormal heart rhythms, chest pains, tremors, failures, glaucoma, stuff like that. And we can see there's different kinds. Now, what are the long-term side effects of taking beta blockers? Disorientation. Do we want that when we're public speaking? No. Short-term memory loss. Do you want that when you're up there and people are asking you questions or you're trying to remember what you wanted to say? You're already nervous. You have to remember what you want to say, and it actually impacts your memory. Don't want that happening. Your emotional liability, rapid exchanges in mood. Inability to concentrate or think clearly. Do you want that when you're public speaking and people asking questions or when you're an interview panel? Definitely not. Decreased performance. I mean, look at all these things that happens. And then more common side effects, right? Dizziness, lightheadedness, insomnia, cold hands, cold feet, tiredness, depression, slow heartbeat, symptoms of asthma, impotence. Don't want that either. Not that's going to impact your public speaking, but hey, that's a side effect of taking these drugs. And when you're taking these drugs, people take these long term, and you're going to have all these side effects, right? Now we have more serious side effects: shortness of breath. We already have hyperventilation when we're public speaking, right? Swollen ankles or legs, chest pain, irregular heartbeat. So now it's impacting your heartbeat, wheezing, tightening and feeling your chest, right? So all of these things that we don't like when it comes to public speaking are actually being exacerbated by taking this drug. So while it helps with one symptom, it's actually making everything a lot worse. And most of all, it does not impact the actual psychological part. And that's what it is. A phobia is just an irrational fear of something that is not a physical danger or threat. So really quickly, what is a phobia of public speaking? It's a rational fear of something. So our amygdala is our fear response part of our brain. And it's what basically kicks off the fight or flight response for a physical danger or threat. Keyword physical danger or threat. Now, what's a phobia? A phobia is an irrational fear of something. And public speaking is the biggest phobia of all the phobias. So what happens here is we have this irrational phobia of public speaking, and our amygdala by mistake has taken and put it into its database. So it's hardwired into your amygdala to set off the fight or flight response when we public speak. I help you get over your fear of public speaking, get over the phobia of public speaking altogether. But these medicines, all they do is help you with one of the some symptoms, but it doesn't help with the psychological part. And that's what's really kicking off the fight or flight. It's the psychological part. These little things that we get here make us nervous, but it's not the part that's actually impacting the brain. The brain is what's releasing all this adrenaline rush and stuff like that. So basically, you're still going to get the adrenaline rush. You're still going to be nervous. You're still going to have that uh-oh voice when you have the phobia. So we need to get over the phobia. We need to tackle the phobia at its core. And I help you do that, which is 3 weeks. And only spending 5 minutes a day in 3 weeks, you can get rid of your lifetime of fear of public speaking and not need to take these drugs for the rest of your life. And why would you want to take a drug for the rest of your life for something that you do every once in a while, right? Now, some doctors will say just take it right before, but taking it right before doesn't help with the dread and all the buildup of dread when you're going into that speaking event. So just say you had to speak next week, right? Well, you're going to spend every single day worrying about it, worrying about it, worrying about it, worrying about it, right? The dread and the anticipatory dread and all that, psychological dread that we get. Well, this drug doesn't help at all with the psychological part of it. It only helps with one symptom, the pounding heart. But the pounding of the heart, not the actual pounding heart, what we're going to get. Because whenever we are public speaking, we are going to get a little bit of adrenaline, and that all automatically kicks in the beating heart. So it just beats a little bit less hard, but you're still going to feel it, which can still trigger the uh-oh voice in our head. So do beta blockers work? Nope, they don't work at all for public speaking. They take a little edge off of one of the many, 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 many physiological symptoms, but they don't help with the psychological symptoms. So I hope this video helps. If you can stay away from drugs, I'm not a doctor, but if you can stay away from drugs for public speaking, you're better off. And just think, in 3 weeks, I can help you get over it altogether. Literally take the phobia out of your fear response without drugs, spending just a few minutes a day, no matter how severe it is, even if you have panic attacks, even if you had it all your life, even if you're 55 or 6 years old, you had it since you were a kid, I can help you get rid of it in just 3 weeks, no matter how severe or how long you had it. So I hope this video helps. And there is going to be a link below where you can basically find out if you have a phobia of public speaking, and then it'll give you, you'll get access to a free workshop where I go over how to get over your fears and phobia of public speaking, all that anxiety and dread. And then how do you you can basically take a course if you want. You opt into one of my courses. And if you opt into one of my courses, you're just 3 weeks away from getting over your phobia of public speaking forever. So hope this video helps. I just wanted to get up today, and this is something that was on my mind. So I didn't have anything scripted out, but I just wanted to go over this to give some clarification. Do drugs actually work for public speaking? And the answer really is not even close. Thank you.